We need to know, the world needs to know, and the right show to tell you is none other than mine, Downright Sports. Oh, who's better? Michael Jeffrey Jordan or LBJ? LeBron James. I don't know his middle name. Doesn't matter. Downright Sports is back. Welcome to another Downright Sports, first show in a month. We're back. My name is Brent Reed, the host of the show. And basically, if it's your first time watching, it's a sports show from a fan's perspective with a fan's thoughts. So don't judge me. You got an opinion? It's America. Put what you want to say in the comments. I don't really care. Also, if you really want to get at me, come to me on Twitter at BrentReed18. And if you really got suggestions or you want to recommend some music because you want it played during the show, email me at downrightentertainment2001@gmail.com. It's a lot of stuff to say, ain't it? But in any case, we start every show with the must-know news, and we kick it off with the New York Knicks. Excuse me. The New York Knicks have their new head coach, David Fizdale, former assistant of the Miami Heat, where he won 2 of them championships, and former head coach of the Memphis Grizzlies, where he only took them to the Western Conference Finals before they fired him last year. Fizdale is now the new head coach of the Knicks. 4-year deal seems to be standard. They give everybody a 4-year deal, and you don't make it all 4 years, and then you get fired. Apparently, he beat out Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, myself, Bert and Ernie, John Cena, The Rock, even President Donald Trump. He beat everybody. That's how many people the Knicks interviewed for this job. But we wish him all the luck. Godspeed. I'm a Knicks fan. I'll be watching. I'll be judging. And as long as this camera works, I'll be talking. Second, moving on to the NFL. Matt Ryan. Matt who? Matty Ice, baby. He just got $30 million per year, making him the highest paid quarterback in all of football, giving him straight guaranteed money as he signed a 5-year extension. The contract will take him until 37 years old. He is currently 32. Do the math. Matt Ryan has, what does Matt Ryan have? I have the numbers here. 4-time Pro Bowler. Went to the Super Bowl, where him and his team are most famous for choking to the New England Patriots after having a 20-0 lead over them. He also has an MVP award. Ryan's one of the 3 quarterbacks in the NFC South who have MVP Super Bowl appearances and get paid. Although I think it should pay Cam more than Matt Ryan. And then finally, we wrap it up with America's sport, contrary to what you think, baseball. And this will come real quick. So baseball news, the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox will play in London next year. I hope you didn't hear that. We'll play in London next year. First time ever a baseball regular season game will be played out of the country. Secondary, Ichiro Suzuki, hype, future Hall of Famer, hype, Mr. 3000, hype, all-time hits leader in a single season. Has decided to join the Seattle Mariners front office, turning in his jersey for a suit. He said that he's retired, but next year Seattle is to open up with the Oakland A's in Japan, and there's talks potentially Ichiro could come out of retirement to play in that game. And finally, Joey Bats, known as Jose Bautista, formerly of the Toronto Blue Jays, which is most popular, has just been called up from the minor leagues by the Atlanta Braves, where he's now going to be one of their key cogs on that team, as Atlanta is in first place in the National League East. Hold up. Anyway, that's all the news I have. When we come back, it's time for the topic, the best topic. A topic so mean, Jim, it's going on the 2 segments. That's right. LeBron versus Jordan versus everybody else. Oh. This is Downright Sports. All right. This is the segment number 2, and it is the topic, and it's the most controversial topic in all of basketball. Maybe the most controversial topic in all the world. Nobody cares about the economy. Nobody cares the fact that gas is going up every day by another $1. But what we do care about is who may be the all-time best in the NBA. And it's too early to really say. Not really. One of the guys has played already 14 years, so 15. So it's really not early. But the conversation comes down to all the time, whether in basketball or more than any other sport, who would you have? Who would you take? Who would you prefer? With the last second on the clock, who do you want to have the ball in the hands of? LeBron James or Michael Jordan? Now, what's funny is, fun fact, not even 10 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, a little more than that, idea. LeBron was not, it wasn't who would you have, LeBron or Mike, it was who would you have, Kobe or Mike. Before that, it was would you rather have Magic or Mike, or would you have Bird or Mike, or would you have somebody else and then Mike. What Michael Jordan did in his playing and what he did in his post-career was create this aura of invincibility, where he became, it's him versus everybody else. Flash forward to now, where now you have the other 23 and LeBron James, where the conversation comes down to, is LeBron on the same planet as Jordan, or is he just a moon overlooking the planet? Now, we're going to compare the two. That's what we do here. Pretty much, what do they have in common? Well, the teams that they've played for will be irrelevant and have no championships if those guys were never drafted. Can you imagine if the year LeBron came out in the draft, another team had the draft? If Detroit got the first overall pick, that almost happened. Or the Miami Heat get the first overall pick. LeBron's not drafted to his hometown. He's drafted to Miami. If he gets drafted to the Detroit Pistons, Detroit won the championship that year he was drafted. That would have been potential. They could have just built on that. But it didn't happen. Same rules go for Jordan. Can you imagine if Jordan doesn't get drafted by the Chicago Bulls and actually gets picked up by who? The Portland Trailblazers? Chicago Bulls? No championships, nada. So both of those guys have been key cogs in their organizations. Now, Miami already had a championship before LeBron showed up, and Jordan won all his championships with Chicago. But to prove to you how critical and how much of a factor these guys played in the organizations, Jordan left Chicago for 2 seasons. They didn't make it to the finals when he was, becoming the aura of Jordan. LeBron left Cleveland, and they had the next 3 years, the next 3 or 4 years, they had either the 1, 2, or 3 top pick in the draft, and they didn't trade for it. They were just god awful. So these guys are the backbones of their franchises, no question. Now, at this point in their career, both of them achieved a lot, but Jordan has achieved more. Jordan has more championships by this time in his career. Jordan had more MVPs by the time in his career. Both of them had the same amount of All-Star games, which I'll rate on the bottom. I'm not going to go through all that. But everybody points to the fact, well, LeBron, you know what he did? He get 7 straight years in the finals. True. Should be commended. But your win-loss percentage in the finals should be better than what it is. He's got 3. He went 7 years. He is 3-5, or 3-4, excuse me, in the finals, bro. In the finals, you have lost more than you won. Where Michael Jordan is undefeated, son. Meaning when he got to the finals, it was a guaranteed wrap. There was no conversation to be had. It was Mike's gonna win. That's it. Mike's gonna win. 3-7 is LeBron in the finals. My bad. 3-7. LeBron, where the two of them don't see eye to eye, is 2 things. LeBron says things like, I don't want to be compared to anybody else. I'm me. I'm doing the best I can. Where Jordan, on the other hand, wanted you to compare him to everybody else so he could show you how much better than he was. LeBron is buddy-buddy with everybody in the league. I like that guy. I can see myself playing with that guy. Where Jordan can see himself beating everybody in the league. Hey, Mike, what you think of Charles Barkley? Nice guy. I'm going to beat him. Hey, Jordan, what you think of Patrick Ewing? Nice guy. I'm going to beat him. Hey, Jordan, what you think of Allen Iverson? He crossed me up. I beat him next time. That's where the two... Jordan had an opportunity in the early 90s to leave Chicago and go play for New York. He did it. He likes competition. That's why if you look, when we look back at eras, and that's another thing, let's compare them by their eras. And we're going to go into the next segment on this same crap. But let's compare them by the eras. In Jordan's era, in the beginning of his era, Jordan had to face Magic, Bird, Barkley, Kareem, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, Isaiah Dumars, Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas, Bill Laimbeer, the whole Detroit Bad Boys. He faced the who's who of the top 50 greatest players. Period. He faced a who's who of Hall of Famers. Magic Johnson was so great, he put Hall of Famers, he put guys in the Hall of Fame. Same for Larry Bird. Look at LeBron's. LeBron got the tail end of Kevin Durant and the Paul Pierce and them, the tail end of Kobe. They never got the square up because Kobe's teams were just disgusting. He got when he has Dwayne Wade, Hall of Famer, Carmelo Anthony, Hall of Famer just based on his play, but not what he's done with his team. And then Dwight Howard. Ooh. He's got this guys that are great, but not next level great. Not when you pull up the list of who's, you're down in the 20s before you start picking up guys off LeBron's era. That's just a fact. I'm sorry. And when it comes to the last second shot, you want Jordan. You want him. LeBron in the championship that they won against Golden State, Kyrie, it wasn't LeBron gave the court and passed it to Kyrie. Kyrie brought the ball up the court, went one-on-one with Steph, and then jaded him. Never would have happened on Jordan's Bulls. Never would have happened on Kobe's Lakers. Good segue. As we're going to go to segment number 2, movies and video games, and we keep the comparison going. This is Downright Sports. Alright, movies and video games. Normally I talk about movies, I'm going to talk about video games. Today we're talking about Michael Jordan versus LeBron James, but we're now got to put these guys in a different conversation. Conversation is Michael Jordan versus LeBron James versus everyone else? Let's think about this. Jordan has 6 rings, Magic has 5, Kareem has 6, Bill Russell has 11, LeBron has 3, Tim Duncan has 5, Kobe has 5, Shaq has 4. All these guys that I mentioned are some of the greatest players to ever have stepped foot on the planet of this, on Earth. On the planet Earth. I don't know why I couldn't say that. But here's where we need to know. Is Jordan the all-time? Is it just him? Or is LeBron really the all-time greatest because LeBron can play the point? He can play center. He can play all 5 positions. Is he greatest because LeBron has taken teams literally with talent and no better than me and taken them to the finals? Or is LeBron uncoachable? And the reason why LeBron only has 3 championships instead of having 9, because he's been to 9 finals, is because he doesn't listen. Where we compare him now to Magic, Kobe, and others. No secret, Magic Johnson got his first head coach in the league fired. Don't care what his name is, doesn't matter. Flash, here's Pat Riley. Magic played with Pat Riley where those guys went on to win 4 of them things together. 4. Pat Riley, when LeBron was under Pat, granted Pat was in the front office, but still under him, LeBron won 2, but couldn't listen and wanted to do his own thing and ended up leaving. Spent 4 years in Miami, going to 4 finals, winning only 2 championships. Only 2 championships shouldn't be poo-pooed. 2 championships, 2 championships. Me and every Knicks fan in the world would take that today, but we're not. Kobe Bryant, same example. Now, let's get back on track. The biggest comparison, or the biggest argument everybody makes is LeBron doesn't have the killer. He's not like Mike. Mike wanted to kill you. Magic wanted to kill you. Kobe, kill Bill. Oh my God, the stories you hear about Bill Russell, he wasn't friends with none of these guys. So is LeBron really on the same platform as Jordan? Or is LeBron really more on the platform of somebody else? Is LeBron his own being? Is he his own entity? Maybe LeBron is more like Thanos. He can't be compared to anybody. He just does his own thing. If the game is on the line and you have to win the championship and it's a one-game playoff, do you want a guy like Bill Russell, 11-time All-Star, 11-time champion? Let me say that again. 11-time champion. And he wasn't an 11-time champion because he sat on the bench, Robert Horry. He led his team to every championship. The guy's he's a 5-time, wait for this, 5-time MVP. Are you kidding me? There's only 2 guys that have more than him. Michael and Kareem. That's it. He has 5 MVPs. You know what I'm saying? He's a defensive player of the year multiple times. The guy fancied himself on blocking shots. He didn't score points. He wasn't a point guy. He averaged 15 points a game, but block shots was not a stat that they took up. But if they did, he would probably be the all-time leader in that. Why is he great? There was a guy that he played against called Wilt Chamberlain. We might have heard of him. 100 points. Wilt Chamberlain has never beaten him. Ever. They could beat him once. And these two went head-to-head almost every night because it was only like 4 teams back then. But Bill was the man. Bill stood head and shoulders. So let's go. They could say, well, he had no competition. Well, fair enough. Nobody else has come close. Mike pretty much had no competition in the 90s, and he still ain't win 11. Maybe he would have, he didn't retire. But Mike couldn't get it done in the late 80s when he had to face the Pistons and the Lakers and even an old Boston team. He couldn't get past them. So maybe Bill. Maybe it should be comparing Mike to Bill. We can't because there was no ESPN. Kobe, 5 championships, 18-time All-Star, only 1 MVP award. Why? Because A, he had to play in LeBron's era, and I think that right there takes Kobe out the conversation. As great a player as Kobe is, he's not on that next tier like those guys. So we take a Kobe off of my list. Down to Magic Johnson. I think if you're going to say who the greatest are, and we need to wrap up, it's either Magic, LeBron, or MJ. That's it. That's the conversation. Who's better out of the two? Who do I want to win the game for me? I probably want LeBron. I probably want Michael. I want MJ. Why? Because Michael Jeffrey Jordan loved to win. He loved to gamble. He loved to bet on himself. I'll take that any day of the week. Anybody. I don't need guys who are okay with losing. Because LeBron, I've seen you say you're okay with losing. Now, we're going to finish up this second. This movie's and video games. From a cultural standpoint, from a movie standpoint, who's better? Who's more iconic? Michael, of course. Space Jam versus, what was that movie LeBron did with Hangover, whatever it was called? It doesn't matter. It ain't Space Jam. Space Jam 20 years ago was one of the top movies. 20 years later, it's still a hot movie. Who's got the better sneaker? Of course, Jordans. They sell more Jordan sneakers today than they did then. Come on. Nobody knows what LeBron's most recent sneaker looks like. Mike is just Mike. And it's not because Mike has great catchphrases or Mike cares about his hairline. Man, cut his hair off, son. Mike is Mike because Mike won on the court. He was a winner on the court, thus making him a winner in life. LeBron, worry about what you do on the basketball court before you worry about your global empire. Another guy did that. His name was O.J. Simpson. Enough said. All right, that is it. It's been an interesting Tolerate Sports, I want to say. Longer than I wanted, but it's all good, kids, because sometimes that has to happen. Anyway, shout out to my man DJ Chase, executive producer of I'm Just Talking, my other show. Go to iTunes or Google Play to find that. I'm Just Talking, the podcast by Brent Reed. Shout out to my man M2G Mike Miff, who the music engineer of the show. Both guys give me great beats for the show that you hear during the segments. And shout out, hey, check this out. Jeffrey, be easy, breezy. And everybody else out there, deuces. We'll be back next week.